My name is Carrie. Nice to have you guys. So before we get started, I wanted to make sure everybody knew there are flyers and QR codes for a donation-based class next week. So all of the Thursday classes available to friends and family that want to come. And you can link to that QR code to put your donation in. And it's for Satya Collective, and it's Asian American Heritage Month. So we wanted to kind of tune into that and help out that community. So today I wanted to focus on being mindful of our internal dialogues. What's going on in our head while we're doing yoga? It can be the grocery list after class, or dissecting the day, or, oh man, I didn't balance as much as I wanted to in class, or, oh, that girl looks better in her yoga pants than I do, or what, whatever it is. I want you guys to think about that throughout class, though, because our own internal dialogue dictates how we move, how we think about ourselves. And is it nice internal dialogue? Like, this is fun, not, oh man, I just, fell a little bit off this, standing half knee pose, right? So I wanted you guys to think about how certain postures or how things can get a little more challenging. What comes up when we are in and out of it, or I'm having you pause in that, or some of the trickier transitions. We'll go from standing splits to high knee pose. That's big. So think about some of those tricky thoughts that go throughout your brain. And how about try to kind of have those positive affirmations and stay on your mat. So we're here. Think about your mat as safe base and tag, right? Let's not think about anything else, right? I know it's easy. Our minds are constantly thinking we're human. So let's start in Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's place a block at the back of our mat just in case we want it. Back of our space, and then take one, make sure one's at the top. I'm going to read something to you guys, just kind of food for thought while you find your reclining bound angled pose. It says, be kind to yourself. Listen to the internal dialogue in your mind. Ask yourself if what you say to yourself is what you'd say to a loved one. Sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves. Give yourself a break. If you feel off balance today, guys, or if your yoga practice brings something up for you today, or maybe what you get out of your yoga class today might be something totally different than what occurred yesterday. Just being mindful of that internal dialogue, I think, is really important. How about we also enjoy class for what it is, what it brings up. Heart, one on your belly, on your hips. You can find ragdoll arms overhead as well. Whatever suits you here, feel the rise and fall of your belly and your heart space with each and every inhale. And then on the exhale, feel your hips really heavy. Feel the connection to your mat. Say something kind to yourself right now. We're able here to allow ourselves to enjoy yoga, this body, this vessel that can carry us through class. Ourselves something good versus something not so great. So over analytical. Sometimes I have a tendency to think too hard. So what if we allow ourselves to give ourselves just a break? Take that criticism away. We already see it, we already witness it, we already feel it. So let's avoid that today. Everyone take a breath in, fill up completely. And then exhale, let it all go. Exactly. Take that breath throughout the entire class. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhale. Good. So tee your cactus out the arms to the sides, knock the knees in, walk the feet out. We'll do some monkey twist here. So everyone knock your knees to the right. Your legs don't have to be connected. Feel the left IT band and then come back to center. Exhale, knock them to the left. Do that with the breath a few times. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, right, and pause. You can press your right foot on top of your left knee, just above the kneecap, the fleshy area where your quad meets. So your side body gets longer. You feel the outer hips start to stretch. Maybe even your hip flexor a little bit, your psoas. One more breath in. Let it go. All right, guys, come back to center. Reset. Exhale, knock the knees to the left. We'll do the same thing. If it felt good to put the leg on top of the opposite, or the foot on top of the opposite leg, go for it. And just breathe. Try not to let your ribs jut out or find too much of that anterior tilt in your pelvis. Let the hips be really heavy still to protect the spine. Plant both feet. Press your hands at your sides, palms down, setting up for bridge pose. Press the top of your head towards the back of your space and lift your hips. So cervical spine is long, so chest towards chin, not vice versa. So open up through the throat chakra. So we're going to do this 6 times. Everyone reach the arms up overhead, palms up. And then exhale, press the arms back to your sides. Good. Now, lower the hips and hover, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lift the hips, press the palms down. Good, keep going. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Nice breath. 4 more. Three more. Nice and steady, guys. Keep pressing the heels of your feet into the mat. Fire up the glutes. 2 more. Last one. Great job, you guys. When you're done, bring your knees in towards your chest. If it's okay for your lower back, rock to the sides, right, left. And then eventually you're gonna rock the length of the mat. We'll meet in boat pose. So you can take your hands already behind your knees. And then find it with your knees bent first. Yeah, stick the landing, Lisa, awesome. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, like I have a string lifting. Good. Second layer. Good. Third layer. Awesome, stay here. We're getting this out of the way. When you're ready, find a little plank hollow. And then lift back up. Yeah, good. 2 more. Good, 1 more. Unless you want to keep doing this, you can tell me no. No? Okay, well, no, just kidding. We'll keep. Fine. Tabletop. This is where you have to be interactive with me, or else we'd be doing plank hollows. I don't want to do plank hollows either. All right, let's do a few cat-cows. So, drawing the collarbones open, shining the heart, tilting the pelvic roll up, and then exhale, pressing away from the mat, cat rounding your spine. Yeah. Let's do a couple more. And then meet in a neutral spine. You'll let me know when you're ready. Yeah, really exaggerate it. And find a little sticky area and stay there if you need to. And then when you're ready, spread your fingers wide, shoulders over wrists. You can curl the toes, that add some extra padding around your kneecaps by engaging the muscles. Now everyone kick the right leg straight back. You can point or flex the toes, it doesn't matter. Try to fire up the quads, support the lower lumbar by engaging the core. And spiral the right inner thigh to the right. Good. Take a big inhale breath, big rainbow to the left. And then all the way up and over to the right. 2 more. Use your breath. Exhale. See if you're cow rounding your spine too much. Let's do 1 more. We'll meet on the left. Now hook the toes, anchor your feet, and then just twist your torso over. Jessica, this should be okay. Yeah, you can stay a little more lifted. Good. Send your breath to your right side body. Maybe even your shoulders. Let it go. Lift up first, come back to center. Tabletop, we'll do the other side. Just simply switch. When you set the foundation, kick the left leg. If you pointed the right toes, be mindful of pointing the left or flex, okay? Once again, set it up first. Ignite through the core, fire up through the quads. Yeah, I saw that, Sarah. Inhale, exhale to the right. Good, inhale up and over, all the way to the left. Yeah, nice and steady, like you have so much weight on that left leg. Keep going. Good. Let's do 2 more. Pausing on the right side this time. Last one. Anchor the toes, curl them under. Just melt the heart. Yeah, forearms can be a good alternative. One more breath in. Let it all go. Good, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out in your downward facing dog. Shake out the head, nod yes, nod no. You can lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, finding the Padabana, the energy lock in your feet. What's going on in your brain right now? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about getting into your body using your breath? Or are you overanalyzing? Big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it all go. Next inhale, lifts your heels. Next exhale, bends your knees. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Walk, float, top of your mat, forward fold. Hang out in forward fold for a little bit. See if you're dumping all the weight in your heels rather than distribute the weight equally in all 4 corners of your feet. Think about where you can have a micro bend in your knees to serve your lower back more, especially if your hamstrings are talking to you a lot. All right, guys, everyone take your block, place it below your face and walk your feet out wider than like a little more than inner hips width distance apart. Yep. Okay. Plant left hand. Brick can be at whatever level. Right arm reaches up. You can bend the left knee a little bit. Pull the left hip back. You can roll out the right wrist. Take another big inhale breath. Exhale, switch sides. Right hand plants. Left arm reaches up. Pull the right hip back now. You can have the right knee bent. Roll out the left wrist if you'd like. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release. You can keep the feet where they are. Tadasana, inhale, grow tall. Hands at heart center, exhale. Set an intention. Think about a positive affirmation you can tell yourself right now. You deserve it. You deserve to tell yourself something nice. Breathe in. Let it go. Inhale, reach up. Simple flow to breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Good. Exhale, fold. Once again, Tadasana. Come on up. Lift the heart as you find a gentle back bend. Inhale, reach back up. Neutral spine. Full forward fold and half exhale. Inhale, lift the heels a lot. Curl and round into yourself. You can spider tip the fingers. You can also hug. Give yourself a big hug with forearms around the shins. Chin towards chest, send your breath to your cervical spine. And then downward facing dog. Take a big inhale breath, lift the heels, 3 rolling planks. Roll forward, take your entire breath to get there, cat round your spine, and then pause for a moment. Grip the mat with your finger pads rather than pressing the weight into your heels of the hands. And then lean your shoulders past the wrists, tippy toes, downward facing dog, heels mount. 2 more, go slow. Roll forward. Pregnant mom isn't shown. If you want to just find some bird dog spinal balance, you can go for it instead of these rolling planks if they don't feel good. Last one. Roll forward. Inhale. Ride your entire exhale breath to send your hips high. Listen for the change up. Now we flow. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk, float, top of your mat. Grab your block under your left hand. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, release, switch sides. Inhale, left arm high. Beautiful, you guys. Exhale, release. Tadasana. Exhale, hands at heart. Tadasana. Pull forward, fold in half. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold into that space you just created. Tadasana, inhale, beautiful breath, Jess. Open your heart. Lift up. Fold in half. Curl into a tiny little ball. Downward facing dog, exhale. 3 rolling planks. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, hips high. Go slow. Go slower than you want to. Inhale, ride the entire breath to head plank. And then exhale to down dog. Last one. Inhale, round forward. Great job, you guys. Exhale, awesome focus. Down dog. Child's pose. If you need some more grounding, nod your head back and forth. Massage your third eye. If you want more shoulder, lift the wrist and tuck your fingers. Just continue to melt your heart. Send your breath to your hips. 3 more breaths and we'll meet in downward facing dog. We'll get into the first part of our flow. Make sure blocks are still within reach. Pedal it out once you find that downward facing dog. That's our meeting place once again. And check in within yourself right now. What's going on in your brain? What's that internal dialogue? Hopefully it's, I'm very thankful to be here and I'm a badass. You can borrow that one if you need it. Take a breath in. Let it all go. Next inhale brings your right leg high. If it's safe, right knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Use that core strength, step it through, foot between hands, lunge. Grab your block and find pyramid pose. It can be a shortened version. You can let the left heel melt. You can also hook your right thumb into the hip crease and manually spiral it back. Here, you can also play with lifting your right toes and coming onto your right heel and dropping it back down, seeing where you can get into your calves more, not just your hamstrings. Let's take one full inhale, rebend the knee, exhale, lunge. Standing splits, press into the right foot, kick the left leg up. Level out the hips, just like tabletop where we spiraled the inner thigh to the left. Do so here too. Crown of head is heavy, let it hang. Take a big inhale breath to breathe length. Exhale, Jiva squat, chamber left knee behind right. Sit back into your heels. Yep, you can play. Yeah, that's super strong. With your hands at heart, hands around the ankles, or maybe you test with a couple of fingers on the block. Good. Standing splits. Inhale. This is that big transition I was talking about. Be nice to yourself as we transition. If it's not perfect, that's why yoga is called the practice. High knee pose, left knee up. Right? Good. Dial down the left hip. Good. Stamp down the left foot to fire up the quads and the glutes rather than relying on the hip flexor. Take a breath in. Twist left. Nice open twist. Accessible for anyone. You can also cactus the left hand. You can also hook the right hand outside of the left knee. That'll give you a little more leverage. All right, high knee pose, come back to center. Big transition, slow. Take your entire exhale breath to find crescent with airplane arms. Hinge forward. Step lightly. Roll the shoulders back once you get there. Yeah, so great, you guys. You can lift out of it a little bit to pull the right hip back, fire up the left quad, and then sink into it. Open through the collarbones. Yeah, beautiful, Elizabeth. Awesome focus. Breath in. Exhale. Crescent. Inhale. Nice side body stretch to the right. Exhale. Good. Come back to center. Warrior two. Open up. Facing the left wall. Good. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Two more breaths. We're moving slowly. This is where my internal dialogue is like, I want to move. But pause. Lisa, can you widen your stance a little bit? Does that feel better on your right knee? Good. Start pose. Warrior two to the back. So spinning the left toes. See if the left heel bisects the right arch. So check your stance. Good. You can even flip the palms here. Spiral the left inner thighs. Don't forget about spiraling the right inner thighs. It helps to ground down through the knife edge of the right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Your legs don't go anywhere. You reach through your thoracic cavity, your rib cage, your side body. Take one more breath in. Extended side angle on this side. If you need your block, take it. Roll open the top shoulder, lift your heart. It's like your barrel opening through your rib cage once again. Good. Big breath in. We're gonna make a big circle towards the back of our space and land in Prasarita Padottanasana, center of our mat. Go for it. We'll meet there. Hang and breathe. And then exhale, fold. Either hands to hips or arms at sides, star pose. Inhale. Good. Skandasana to the front. So hands through heart center. Start to bend the right knee. You can have a lateral lunge with both feet planted if you need to. Take your right arm inside of the right knee. Open up that hip as you lift the left arm Inhale. Take a big inhale breath. Pivot to the front, lunge. So we're returning to the front of our space. If you want to take a connecting flow, high plank, inhale. Lower halfway, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, uncurl your toes so there's no crunch in your lower lumbar. And then roll over the tops of your feet, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths to reset before we try the other side. So that's our flow. You might find one side is a little easier to balance. Take an inhale breath, lift the left leg. Knee to nose, exhale. Yes, left, awesome. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through for a lunge, foot between hands, grab your block, whatever setting. You can shorten your stance, pyramid pose. Once you find it, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward, you can play with lifting the toes, coming onto your left heels, and then lowering the big toe mountain back down a couple of times and see what sensations come up when you do so. I'll give you 2 more breaths. Inhale, rebend the knee, exhale. Preparing for standing splits on this side, press into the left foot, kick the right leg up. Make the adjustments, press down through the big toe mound as you lift the right heel. Finally, inhale, Jiva squat, right knee behind left. Sit your hips back, sit your weight into your left heel. I know I made it harder, but it's more stable that way. Your legs have you, so trust yourself. Tell yourself you're strong. Take an inhale breath, stay here, exhale. Good, standing splits, inhale. Now you know where we're going with this, so visualize it. Tiny pose, just like a pendulum. Start to lift up. Feel all those stabilizer muscles surrounding your left ankle to lift you. And stamp energetically the right foot down. Yeah, Marla, awesome. Breath in, twist right, breath out. Once again, if you want that little trick, hooking the left hand outside of the right knee and cactusing the right arm, go for it. Yeah. Breath in. You got it. Breath out. Tiny pose. Big transition. Take your entire exhale to meet in crescent, hinging with airplane arms. Once you're there, roll the shoulders back, connect the shoulder blades towards one another. Really good, you guys. See if you're clenching through the toes or pressing down through the big toe mounds instead. Breath in, breath out. Crescent inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Good. Once again, side body stretch to the left this time. Yeah, beautiful. Come back to center. Nice, Julia. Warrior 2, left side. Yeah. Settle it in. We've been here before on this side. So give yourself 2 more breaths. Maybe even close your eyes. Get out of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Start pose. Nice and slow. Warrior 2 to the back for a few breaths. We'll flow through this. Just creating that muscle memory first, feeling really stable on our mat. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Reverse warrior here. First time on this side. See where you can create length in both side bodies, not just the right, left 2. Keep pulling your right shin forward. Yeah. Exhale, extended side. Lift through your heart. Roll open the left shoulder. Think about spiraling the thighs. You can even hook your right elbow inside of your right knee to keep opening. Now everyone make a big circle towards the back of your space, all the way to Prasarita. Yeah, really great. But whatever feels really good, you can move laterally, you can find a chest expansion. You can also just hang, hooking your toes with your big toe mound or with your peace fingers.
All right, balance it out if you're moving laterally. Release the fingertips to the mat. Exhale, inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, fold. Start pose, inhale, rise. Skandasana to the front, this time left knee. Be easy on the hips and knees if you know you have some issues. Once you land it, hook left hand inside. Right arm reaches up. Beautiful. Yep, you got it, Lisa. One more breath in. Pivot over the left shoulder, lunge to the front. Cycle through your connecting vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog and then we'll flow. Yeah, nice ekapada. Beautiful. Super strong, you guys. Great transitions, great variations. Take a breath in. Let it go. Good. One more breath in. Let it all go. Good. Take a big inhale breath. Reach the right leg. Let's flow. Knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Lunge. Pyramid pose. Inhale. Pause on the exhale breath. Inhale. Rebend the knee. Exhale. Standing splits. Inhale. Jiva. Exhale. Standing splits. Inhale. Big transition. High knee pose. Left knee up. Good. Twist. You caught it. So great. High knee pose. Crescent with airplane arms. Step the left leg back. Crescent. Side body to the right. Good job, you guys. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Start pose. Warrior two to the back. Keep flowing. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Exhale. Big circle with your arm. Prasarita. Lift halfway. Fold. Exhale. Use your strength to rise. Find length. Start. Skandasana to the front. Bend the right knee. Hook the right arm. Left arm reaches up. Pivot to the front. High plank. Good. We'll meet in downward facing dog. However you want to get there. It's your journey. Add or subtract anything you need to make it work for you. Take a couple breaths. Just reset. What's that internal dialogue telling you right now? Breathe in. Take a big old breath out. Good. Inhale, left leg high. Knee to nose. Inhale, left leg. Step it through, lunge. Pyramid pose. Pause, soften, exhale. Take a big inhale, breath, chair. That was beautiful. Exhale, rebend the knee. Standing splits. Good. Jiva squat. Standing splits. High knee pose. Right knee up. Awesome, you guys. When you have it, twist right. Center. Step right foot back. Airplane your arms. Yeah, Sarah. Inhale, crescent. Side body stretch to the left. Really strong in the left leg. Come back to center. Warrior two. Star pose. Warrior two to the back. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Big circle to the back. Pivot over the left shoulder, Prasarita. Exhale. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Star pose. Skandasana in the front. This time left knee bends. Hook left arm. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Pivot over the left shoulder, lunge. High plank. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Connect to your breath. Stay with it. Once you cycle through it, find downward facing dog for a few breaths. And then we'll meet in child's pose. Yeah, grab some water, do your thing. Reset. Tell yourself you're awesome. Take a couple more breaths. You let me know when you're ready, downward facing dog, after those couple breath cycles. All right, we're gonna play with planks. That should be a class title right there, right? All right, so come forward to a plank. We're gonna face the left. So walk your right hand in so it's under your shoulder. You can come down to your right knee. Left arm high, Bachistasana. You can play with stacking the feet or staggering them or dropping the right knee or lifting the left leg. 2 more breaths. So we're moving with 3 breaths. 1 more breath in. Good. Tabletop, or I'm sorry, plank, and then downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. One more big breath in. Let it all go. High plank inhale. Walk the left hand in to protect the shoulder. Rotate the toes to the right. Right arm up. If you'd like, find your variation, whatever helps you, or you can challenge yourself a little bit and play. Awesome, you guys. 1 more breath. Good. High plank. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. All right, high plank. Forearm plank, 3 breaths. If you need to drop to your knees, that's A-okay. In fact, I invite you to, because you're taking care of yourself if you need to. 2 more breaths. One more big breath in. Sigh it out if you need to. Good. Dolphin pose, 3 breaths. One more big breath in. Extension, stretch, puppy pose, Anhatasana. Hips still high, zoom out your heart. Yeah. Let that feel awesome. You deserve it. Tell yourself that. Just showing up for yourself on your mat can be something nice that you tell yourself. Showing up for yourself so you can show up for others later. A few more breaths. One last little push. We'll meet downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Check in with yourself. What's different? What's shifted? Maybe it's your perspective. When you believe those positive affirmations, you manifest the good stuff. Breath in. Let it all go. Inhale, send right leg high. Find a hip opener here, bend the knee, roll it open. Let the left heel melt as you press down through the right hand just as much as the left. You actually get into the front and side body more. Take a big breath in. Let it all go. Inhale, send right leg high. Step it through lunge. Grab your block, shorten and widen your stance. We're going to find pyramid pose, but revolve it into a triangle pose. So if you need to shorten and step your left foot up a little more, go for it. Take your right hand to the hip and literally manually pull it back. Left hand on whatever level of the block. And the right arm high for revolved triangle pose. Or Parivitra Trikonasana. Awesome job, you guys. Inhale. Exhale, lunge, unwind. Standing splits. Take it to Jiva squat, exhale. So great. Standing splits. Tiny pose. Instead of the twist, we're replacing it with warrior three. You can reach straight forward. Once again, just like a pendulum, you can take your hands to hips to make sure your hips are level. You can also find a tactile reminder by one hand on the small of your back, one on your belly. Palms pressing towards one another. You can also interlace your fingers. Take a big inhale. Full airplane, Dakasana. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath cycle. Just pause here. Good. Crescent, inhale. Right away, warrior two, since we're on our right leg a lot. Start pose. Warrior two to the back. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Big torso circle. Once again, we meet in Prasarita. Good. Either grab your block or take your left hand, reach it for the right ankle. Fly your arm to the front, right arm high. Breathe in. Exhale, release, switch sides. Either hand on block or right hand reaches for the left ankle, left arm reaches up. Beautiful, you guys. Big transition. Lunge all the way to the front. Awesome. High plank. Pause. Okay, so this is where you can just play with it. Walk your feet out a little bit. Left hand plants. Try not to let your hip lift as you lift the right arm. You can also do this on your knees and just hinge forward. Good. High plank. Left arm. Awesome. Downward facing dog. Your internal dialogue can be, I'm glad that's over with. That's okay. Because it's the truth. But you challenge yourself, or at least you tried. Or you knew when to back off. That's something I'm still learning. Take a breath in. Let it all go. Left leg high. Find a hip opener here. Let's bounce it out on this side. Try to drop the left shoulder without collapsing it. That way you're squared off to the front. Take your left leg high. Inhale. Square out the hips. Exhale. Step it through lunge. Pyramid pose. Shorten, widen your stance. Yep. Hook your left thumb into the hip crease and pull it back. Take your right hand on top of your brick. Left arm reaches up. Revolved triangle pose. Really great, you guys. You got it. Marla, I was just going to tell you that, but you got it. Awesome. Breath in, unwind lunge. Standing splits. Jiva squat. Standing splits. Tiny pose. Yep. Warrior three. Super strong, you guys. Great. You still got this. Airplane. Be mindful, be patient on this side. If it's not as steady as the right. One more breath in. One more breath out. Gently step back. Inhale, crescent. Beautiful transitions, you guys. Warrior two. Let's finish it up. Start pose. Warrior two to the back. Reverse your warrior. Stay with the breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Big circle, prasarita. Grab your block or reach right hand for left ankle this time. We're still flying to the front, just different side. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, release, switch sides. Right arm high. Twisting towards the back. Good. Lunge all the way to the front. High plank. So these are those challenging times where you might say, oh, I'm not strong enough or whatever. Or who cares? I'm just going to reach the right leg high. Go for it. Yeah. See? Ain't so bad. All right. Plant it down. Left leg high. Try to level out the hips. Don't let the left hip lift. Good. Release. Downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths in this downward facing dog because you made it. After those 5 beautiful breaths, we'll meet in child's pose. Let's take a breath in together here in a child's pose. Exhale it all out. Come up to tabletop, preparing for thread the needle. Let's take our left hand and plant it. Right arm reaches out. Thread the needle through. Left shoulder, left ear, left temple, rest on the mat. You can keep the left hand where it is. Reach the left arm forward or find a little half bind. But everyone pull the left hip back. Who wants to take the twist with you? Pause and breathe. Let this feel awesome. All right, reach the left arm up and place it under your shoulder to unwind. Come out of it just the way you went into it. Right arm high. Tabletop. Let's take a big cat pose and just shimmy your hips to the right and the left. You might feel this in the QL as well as your lower lumbar. In the neutral spine, we'll do the other side. Right hand plants. Left arm reaches up. Thread the needle through. Try to find the same arm variation you did on the left side with the right. You want to pull the right hip back. Close your eyes. Soften. Just breathe. All right, guys, breath in. Let it go. Good. Unwind. Right hand plants. Left arm reaches up. Good. Release. Find another cat rounded spine. Now focus your breath towards the intercostal muscles between your shoulder blades. Good. Neutral spine. Just sit your hips back. Swing the legs forward. We'll do Paschimottanasana. If it helps to take blocks under your knees, go for it. We'll pull the hips back. Lift up. Try to lead with the flat back and your heart. Paschimottanasana. You can also tent out your fingers to the sides. Keep yourself lifted. Or reach for those toes. All right, lift up. Lower all the way down. Bend the knees like you're going into bridge. Figure 4 right side, right leg crosses over. And you can pick up the left foot. You can extend the leg. You can wrap your fingers right behind your left leg. You can also hook your right knee and your elbow towards one another to open up the right hip more. All right, now everyone, start to bend the left knee. Keep your figure 4 legs. Press down through the left foot. You're going to find supine figure 4. So just knock that shape of your legs over to the left. All right, come back to center. Switch sides. Left leg up and over, figure 4. Reclined. Find your variation for a few moments. Try to keep the shoulders plugged. All right, start to bend the left knee. Keep your figure 4 leg. Stamp the left or right foot. And then supine figure 4. Knock your shape to the right. Try to glue both shoulders to the mat. Try to let your left hip be really heavy so you get that spinal rotation. All right, come back to center. Find happy baby pose before we end our practice. Try to tilt the pelvic bowl forward and plug the shoulders. Find your grip, even if it's not your feet, maybe it's your ankles or your shins instead. Yeah, exactly. Create some movement if you'd like to rock back and forth. And then eventually sealing in by drawing the knees in towards the chest, the forearms around the shins. Chin towards chest, forehead towards knees. Give yourself a big hug. If you want full wind removing pose, take a big belly breath in. Shavasana. I'll take you out in a few moments. We have time, so enjoy it. You deserve it. You can choose to stay here. If it's your time to transition, start to deepen your breath. Creating movement if you'd like, eventually making your way to either side for supported fetal position. Just curl into a tiny ball and acknowledge all the benefits of your practice today. Say something kind, say something sweet to yourself right now. Guys, we are so special. We are so unique. We have so many great qualities. Remind yourself of that sometimes. Come up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall, taking your hands to your heart. Let's collectively take a big breath in. Let it go. Bow towards your fingertips, chin towards chest. Namaste.